Welcome to the advisory for 2023, the first and last advice show on the internet, where we answer questions to learn a little bit more about what it means to be human. All advice is final and legally binding. James, can I see that disclaimer, please? And thank you very much. Now, James, I feel it's probably high time that I told you that I've had a bit of time off from work. I've had a bit of a break. I've had time to reflect on myself and my decisions. And what I've decided for this year is that I'm going to be the cool guy of the podcast. And so you're going to expect to see, you're going to see a lot more popped collars. You're going to see a lot more sunglasses. I'm going to be able to do things like, so, let's say, for example, we come upon a dead body by a lake. I can say something like, well, Davy Jones is going to be waiting for a while. Yeah, I've got the option to kind of flip him down and do like some maneuvers. I could put them in my pocket and just sort of have sunglasses on me at all times. Yeah. I just think for prop comedy purposes, I have a lot of options that this has opened up.
I'm so excited. Really I'm so excited for you.
Yeah. And so that's kind of, new year, new me, new year, cool me is what I've been saying to people in my life, friends and family, women that I'm interested in. And I'll be honest, results wise, saying that out loud, it's not had the kind of traction I was hoping for.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So, because I said new year, cool me to a very attractive woman.
To another human being. Okay.
Yeah. And what she said was, sir, how did you get into my yard? Please leave.
Yeah. That's pretty,
And so that was weird. That was weird because the gate was open. So I'm confused, like, because it was unlocked. It was like I was confused as to sort of why she was unsure of how I got there.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Yeah, but I think it's working, and I think that like vibe-wise, and I hate to use vibe-wise. I feel like that's a young person word. I don't want to. I'm not a boomer anymore. I'm a cool guy. I feel like my steez is mad. I got hella dope.
Of course,
I've got the
Riz.
What's the word?
Riz.
I got the Riz. Yeah, I got that. Man, okay. I got the W Riz.
Not
that L. Not that L Riz.
No, wow. Someone's done their research.
Yeah, that's right. So, James, it's a new year, and it's filled with opportunities for you to bully me on this show that we do for fun. Do jokes or whatever you normally do. It's cool. You. It's like I don't want to set up a victim complex. Obviously, I'm the cool guy.
Yeah.
Expect next week for me to come back with perhaps like a leather jacket. Perhaps.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be nice. A nice addition.
I might get like a tattoo, near my eye or something like that.
I would.
Prison style.
Mm-hmm.
You think you would, or I should?
No, you definitely should. You got anything that you're sort of mulling around? Any ideas that you're sort of thinking of that you could?
Like tattoo wise?
Yeah.
What's the blue Powerpuff Girl called?
That is small. It's Baby Spice. That's Baby Spice.
Baby Spice is what I was thinking of getting there, and it's sort of, she could kind of be like, because they can fly, right? She could kind of be like, flying, and could be doing this position, right? And that could kind of be around my kind of eye, the bags under my eyes that have developed as I've gotten older.
Definitely.
She could be sort of cradling those and calling attention to them. Which I thought could be a fun tattoo. A fun tattoo, as you say in the industry.
Tattoo, yes, of course.
They don't pronounce the A. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd mull some things over, but don't really. Yeah, a lot of people get hung up on the permanence of tattoos. I'd say don't really think about it too much. Just sort of
do it on my face.
Go with your gut. Yeah. Go with your gut.
Yeah. Now I don't want to be too. This is a bit of fun. Okay, this was a bit of lighthearted fun. Obviously, I've always been the cool guy of the podcast.
All right,
I've always been the hunk of the podcast.
Definitely.
What I have decided to do, at least in the short term, is I'm keeping the beard. And I'm leaning into the weirdness of the mustache, as you can see.
Yeah, very twizzly.
So
very twizzly.
It's got a bit of twizzle and a bit of rizzle. We'll see how long that lasts when I go back to work. But at least for the short term, I'm enjoying being sort of a cool. I guess the way you describe it is like a hella dope professor from the 1800s.
Right. Yeah, it's sort of the pinnacle of cool.
It's the vibe. Yeah. Well, that's what that was like definitely Bruce Wayne's vibe in the Batman. So I'm just trying to emulate that.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, definitely. And notoriously a cool guy often dictates his look based on how his employer will feel about it as well. So
for sure, that's
yeah,
usually how
yeah.
cool guys will sort of direct and the ebb and the flow of their wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
excited to see this poke evolution of cool guy
yeah,
David, cool D-Mac. Sorry,
I
is
think
D-Mac sort of, is he coming out of the office and sort of into other aspects of your life, or is this sort of the new vision for D-Mac? You know, is this D-Mac adjacent? Is this even D-Mac related?
Right.
Yeah.
James, I think if you have to ask, you're not hip with the kids. I think if you have to ask, your streets behind, man.
Definitely.
So,
yeah. Egg
that's
on
really
my
embarrassing
face.
for you.
Yeah.
Now you've written what I can only explain as two inexplicable notes for the start of our program. So would you like to explain? So for the little inside baseball, we have documents. Okay, we have documentation every week. James takes notes elsewhere, like a weird, creepy gremlin.
I hide my notes from you. That's all I do.
He jumps into our shared documentation. That's okay. That's fair, because I would scuff them up.
You don't need to know what I'm up to, is basically what I'm saying.
That's
very much like in 2023, I've stopped using my indicator when I drive because you don't need to know where I'm going.
You should use your indicator. You should use that.
They don't need to know what I'm up to, dude. All right. It's a little too, invasive, quite frankly.
This is going to sound like very Patrick Bateman, but having the sunglasses on makes everything you say sound like it's from another room. Like my brain is like, because you're not in full HD, you're kind of toned down.
Yeah.
And so it's harder to pay attention to you because you're not a cool guy wearing sunglasses.
Right. Okay.
And it's making it hard to focus. So
that's scared me.
So if I disengage from something you're saying,
that's what it feels like. It does feel like in putting on the glasses, you've sort of found a way to detach and disconnect from reality even more so, which I feel like sort of given your penchant for murder, really. There's no other way to sort of talk about it or say it. Probably isn't the best thing. But hey, 2023, new year, cool you. Excited to see where it goes.
Very keen.
But you were talking about tattoos, face tattoos. It's very fitting for something that I wanted to talk about. There is a man, because again, we like to keep it pretty cool. 2023, new year, cool you.
We're mad chill, as the kids would say.
Yeah, let's say that you are, and I'll distance myself from that. But in 2023, we also like to stay up on the trends because that's what the cool kids are doing, right?
That's what they're doing.
And there's nothing trendier in 2023 than Jimmy Camo's Avatar 2 Way of the Liquid.
Oh, big boys in big water.
Exactly. So there is a man, I'll just share him here with us. That is Raymond Knowles, and he is a 54-year-old carpenter from Edmonton, Alberta. He is the biggest fan of Jimmy Camo's Avatar and goes by the name Mr. Avatar.
James, hey bud, this a real guy?
Yeah, that's a real human man. Why?
Not even flapped, unflappable. Don't even care. Go on. Not even flapped by that. No, of course he's a real guy. Not even flapped. Continue.
So let's sort of just go through. So that's obviously him. His wonderful truck that he's has there. Got a big truck.
For the audio listener, go watch the video. We can't help
you. You need to see the video on this one. This really,
because this is full on. Hang on. Can you go back? Does he have Avatar tattoos?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Sorry, I don't want to jump the gun. What we're looking at the moment is the back. So he's got this pickup truck. The back of it said Neytiri. Is that the character's name?
Neytiri, and the license plate says Neytiri. The Na'vi princess of the Ometakea clan.
I'm sorry. Who gives a shit? The film's not very good. The best part of this is the fact that on the back of that is. And this is a human person who's done this. It says Mr. Avatar Carpentry.
Yes,
that's the name of his business. This human man's business is called Mr. Avatar Carpentry.
Mr. Avatar Carpentry, which, by the way, this is logo.
His
Not entirely sure how you describe that, but
presumably his Facebook business page's image. Oh,
he
can we do live feeds? This is very exciting. The technology's exploding.
His work, because bit silly, bit goofy. The work is pristine. You cannot.
Like he's like a good carpenter.
He's a very good carpenter.
Is he using too much blue though? Maybe is my concern.
Mr. Avatar uses just enough blue based on what the client desires. So he's doing his carpentry business, but he also loves tattoos.
Goodness gracious.
Now, he says that he's 95% inked at this point.
Oh my god.
And he has certainly
it's everything up to here.
Yeah.
He's blew the fuck up. Because he was my concern. If I'm gonna be candid, I was concerned this man had tattooed himself as an avatar. What he has done instead.
What do you mean?
Upsetting.
What do you mean?
He's not wearing. Those aren't tights. That's how he looks.
Those are his human legs. His human Navi legs that you're seeing.
Because here's the thing. Avatar came out in 2009 or 2008, whenever. It was fucking ages ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
This man, up until a few months ago when the new Avatar came out, has dedicated his life to Jim Cameron's Na'vi characters, those 6, 9 foot tall blue people with tails and whatnot. I assume tattoos are expensive.
Yeah, pretty expensive.
So this man is wearing like a house on his body, and the choice of house was not because what he could have done was just made himself look like an avatar. But he's gone with that and homage to the characters and films. So it's the worst of both worlds.
Well, it appears as though it started with 1 or 2 avatar tattoos. And then it's really, the rest of the idea of bringing it all together is formed. And, once you start, you got to get all the characters. You got to get the birds. You got to get the tall people, the short people.
Did they have birds in that film? I don't remember Jim Cameron's unremarkable Avatar.
I don't remember it. Let's jump back here. I'm more concerned about the fact that what if, the copyright, let's face it.
Yeah, if we're being candid, he doesn't own.
It's called Mr. Avatar Carpentry. His entire work truck is covered in copyrighted material. His entire body is covered in copyrighted material.
His business name is like that. You can't call yours. I couldn't call myself Mr. Star Wars Carpentry. George Lucas would find me and personally kill me.
I think he
seems like a dodgy guy.
The precedent might have been set by Mr. Avatar. I think you can call yourself and your business that.
Do you think?
Welcome to Indiana Jones lore.
He's given us the loophole. Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Falafelverse. It's my falafel stand.
Raymond Knowles says that to him, Avatar is the best movie ever, and he's loved everything about it. He admires the beautiful graphic scenery, the many similarities to our own planet, reflected in the alien world of Pandora.
Right, that's pretty obvious.
And
the whole point of the film.
Quote, and of course, the beautiful Neytiri, which inspired me to do all that I have done and will continue to do. My truck.
So he's just trying to fuck.
Well, my truck, my body, and tons of collectibles to this day. Yeah, I just can't put my finger on just one thing. I think
I can.
I think he might have gone into the cinema, seen this beautiful, tall, blue visage of a
blue person.
Woman. I don't know if Na'vi, do they call themselves men and women, or do they have different terms for it? I don't know.
I don't know, but let me tell you. Have you seen the new film? seen your Avatar? Have you seen Avatar 2, the second Avatar?
I haven't, because when I saw the trailer for the first one when it originally came out, I said to myself,
you to sleep and then you had to rewatch it again.
Well, I said to myself, I'm not going to go see that. It doesn't appeal to me. Nothing about it appeals to me. I'm not going to go see it. And then everyone kept making out like, if you don't go and see this, you're going to miss a cultural event. So I was like, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to bite the bullet. We're going to go see the movie. It absolutely bored me to tears, and it is the only film that I have ever fallen asleep in my entire life. And I saw it in 3D, so I'm sitting there, glassed up.
Oh, the 3D is like, it's like, the 3D is so hard to bear through. I didn't like the first one. I fall asleep in most films, by the way. I've spoken about this before. I fell asleep in the Iron Man Hulk fight in the second Avengers. Second, a film gets like loud and bright for too long. My brain's like, oh, just close your eyes, bud.
Yeah, definitely. So, just to clarify, loud flashes, so bright flashes and loud sounds put you to sleep. If someone fired a gun past your face, would you just immediately snooze out? Just immediately. That's why you notoriously don't hang out at any gun ranges.
That's why I don't hang out, because I'd just be asleep the whole time. And that's a waste of money.
Pull up the gun to shoot at the target. David pulls the trigger once, immediately just knocks out.
There's something about, it's a real dad energy. There's something about like the consistent, like if it's consistent for too long, my brain's like, oh, too much stimulation. What if you close your eyes for a second? And then I close my eyes for a second and my years of sleep debt kind of clamber in and go, hey, bud, it's a long blink. It's not a nap. Just like keep your eyes shut for another few seconds. And then it's like,
did you fall asleep during the Batman when you saw it at the cinema?
Of course not. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Because that audioscape is so engaged. It's like, it's impossible not to be transfixed by it.
I don't know why you falling asleep in every movie has upset me as much as it has, but it's really
every film. Just
it's touched it. Yeah, it's really hit on a nerve with me. And do you know what I did when you said that? My brain put you into a category that just went, never going to the movies with him.
Yeah, not worthy of. Well, we don't go to films together because we don't go to films together anyway. Something that I found out that's worse than that is. Okay, let's not say never though. Let's just park that as like a maybe.
Right.
Let's just, because when the Batman 2, the best Batman comes out, we should go see that together.
I'd love that they're calling it that as well. It's very bold.
I thought it was a you might even say it was Bold and the Brave. That's a joke for you Batman fans out there. I was concerned with the title initially. I thought it was a bit too descriptive.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
On reflection, as a cool 90s chill guy who's cool and is all about everything that's cool.
I thought that they should have gone with for the second one, the Batman 2 semicolon or whatever. The Joker's in this one.
Oh, the Joker's,
I thought that's what they were going with.
The Joker's in this one, we definitely for sure we think.
Yeah, that might have been sort of the other one they were kicking about.
Yeah, they're like, well, the Joker's in this one for sure. We think probably, unless the actor turns out to be a giant sex pest, in which case we'll reconsider. It was a bit mouthy, but I think it got. But
I think that's better. After. Yeah, I think that's better than the first one that you said though. So I think that's pretty good.
What I would say, Avatar-wise, this. So, do you know about this thing of like, speaking of Avatar, do you know about this thing of like people that like get like they have like depression because they don't live on Pandora?
Oh no!
It's like a legitimate thing that like people like. It's got a name.
Post-Pandora depression.
I'm blanking on what it's called, but it's like got a community, which is like I'm trying to look it up now.
No way.
And it's like it's got an acronym. It's like PA something. Post-Avatar depression. So PAD, where people are depressed, they don't live on the beautiful planet of Pandora. Jim Cameron's inspiring capture. And if you Google post-Avatar depression, it's just it's a real rabbit hole, and people feel that way, and they're doing that, and they're out there feeling and thinking it. So that's cool to think about, and that people are out there.
Oh no! And they're saying that fans feel a little blue after the film.
Oh no!
Oh.
I guess
I wish I'd have known about this. I would have brought this to the show as well.
Oh, it's It's delicious. We should delve into it next week because I think it's Avatar's hot. It's popping.
Quote, that Avatar is so beautiful, it pushed people into depression. Wow. Is that a badge of honor you think James Cameron wears?
I mean, I don't think that Titanic pushed anyone into the ocean, so I don't know.
Yeah, he says, hey guys, Titanic, Avatar, depression, but then his real badge of honor, True Lies.
True Lies.
His best film.
Easily. Also, in the new Avatar, he just did Titanic again. There's a 40-minute sequence of a ship sinking. I'm not making it. It's 40 minutes long.
Yes.
There's like 3 separate.
In the background, there's a very small man and woman on a door, and then I think the man goes under at one point, and she stays up on the door. I think is what happens, floating in the water.
I can't. It's not that, but it's a stingray fish thing that does happen. But it's 40 minutes long, and there are 3 separate Mortal Kombat fights that happen while it's sinking.
Oh yes.
It's like they're like it feels like a video game where they're in this arena that is like a sinking ship, and they have these duels to the death, and then like the environment gets in the way and they have to flee. And then like legitimately at the end, it's like, oh, how will this character survive? Oh, we need, there's a stingray, but there's only room for one.
Well, if they hadn't been having those Mortal Kombat fights to the death, they could have been steering and they would have seen the fucking iceberg coming, idiots.
It wasn't an iceberg, it was a giant whale. Anyway, I got tricked into seeing that film, by the way.
Is this the real film, or is this a fever dream that you had?
It's impossible to know because the real film is so bizarre. Like there is a 30-minute whaling sequence where they make you watch procedural apparatus and technology that goes into whaling a foreign alien whale on Pandora.
Yeah.
That, and this is going to be your game of the episode.
Yeah.
What do you think? So what they do is they whale this thing, and they don't use any of the flesh or anything. It's not like Japan where they try and cook it or whatever. They don't use any of the flesh or anything like that. They extract something from the whale. I'm going to need you to guess what they extract and what it does. The hint I can give you is they extract it after it's dead, and it does something that's impossible.
Well, I'm assuming it's going to be an energy source because it'll either be either be a fuel, or it will be some type of elixir that like prolongs life or makes you young or something.
It's to quote the film, it halts the aging process forever.
Oh, well, dog, you're going to need to get that at a very specific point in time. Because if you give that to me when I'm 87, I'm 87 for forever? Yeah.
Give it to me next week, dog. Also, okay, but where do you think it comes from in the whale? And don't just say the nuss because you're a dirty bird.
I would never go.
Be creative.
I would never go the nuss.
Go nuss.
My immediate thought was it'll be the bones or like the spinal column or something, or it'll be some type of nervous system, maybe like in its spine or brain. Is it brain juice?
Yeah, it's the brain. Yeah, it's brain juice.
It's always brain juice,
brain juice. There's something about Jim Cameron's films which like if you ask a question of like, oh, okay, we need a narrative conceit of like there's a material that they extract from these whales. What should it be and what should it do? It's the first answer you think of every time.
Yes.
It's like, it makes you immortal and I guess the brain. Like, it's just so, like, it's
second
so
head
empty.
It's the second one because he's in the writer's room and he goes, all right, it needs to, what does it do? What does it do? And someone's like, makes you immortal? And, oh, perfect. Yes, write that on the board. Write that on the board. All right, where do they extract it from? The dick. We're not doing the dick. Okay,
we're not suggesting
the brain. The brain is good. Write down the
brain's better.
Get dick off the wall. Put brain.
You have to. What I would suggest, if you can, is you have to experience it in a theater because. So we saw it opening weekend, I think. I don't get press screenings for anything that like
this is what happened to me last time. This is someone recommending this fucking movie to me, saying that I need to go see it. I'm gonna
recommend it for the wrong reason.
Okay.
I think you need to see it because It is like, so it's 3. So okay, I got tricked into seeing it. Is what happened. So my brother group texts.
This isn't the Banshees of Inisherin. What the fuck is this?
What the fuck? This isn't an A24 film, After Sun, that you definitely have to watch. That's the artistic masterpiece of last year.
I thought I was seeing the menu.
This isn't The Bear being shown back to back the entire season of The Bear, the best TV show of last year. What the hell? You should watch The Bear.
I've seen The Bear.
So it's so fucking good. God, it's so good. It's my brother group texts us. I can't go. I'm not going to scroll back far enough to get the exact text, but the text is like, "Hey, do you want to see the new Avatar at blah 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 theater?" It was like the deluxe, like where they can bring you beer and you put your feet up and stuff. And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And me and my mum were like, "Yeah, I guess." Sure.
Yeah, dude. What am I going to go see this movie not in the most comfortable
scenario?
Yeah, the film's like 3.5 hours. I'm not going to sit in a Rego chair.
It's so long. And so we get there. And my brother hands us the ticket. So okay, we have Mexican food first, which is fine, but I can't eat most of it because my body hates everything. And we get there, and he hands me the ticket, and it's 6:30 p.m. on like a Thursday night or something. No, it can't have been Thursday. Yeah, because we would have recorded. Might have been like it was a Tuesday, I think. And I look at the ticket, and it says 6:30 to 10:15, and I'm like, this can't be. Ontologically, this can't be accurate.
Oh, that's so weird. There's a typo on my ticket.
Films aren't that long.
Yeah, let me just see your ticket.
9, not a 10.
Shit, there must be a problem with the machine because you've got it on yours as well.
So what they done and did is they had 30 minutes of previews. This is what I forgot about seeing films. This is going to sound so douchey. I'm going to put on my glasses because it'll make it less obnoxious.
Well,
I forgot to, when you see regular films, there are like 25 minutes of ads before them.
Yeah.
I got so used to press screeners and like early screenings where it's like they just, a guy, like some spotty teenager comes up and reads from a fucking piece of paper that the studio has written to be like, thank you for coming to the premiere of Avengers Infinity War Endgame. This is a film, and then they just read it, and then they go, and then they just push play, and this film starts. I had forgotten there was like a
on the VCR that he wheeled out on a frame with a little one of those,
like legit,
old school TVs,
the overhead projector, yeah. But I'd forgotten that there's like 25 minutes of advertising. Half of it is like local businesses you've never heard of. Like there was 2 ads for the same dental.
I love them.
Hygienist.
I love those ads because
and they're so bad.
All of them are made without thinking, 1, another human being is going to consume this, and 2, that they will, from seeing this ad, want to either look up or come to my business. Half of them forget to even mention what they do. That is wild. And driving around Brisbane, you will get a similar experience where you just see a man on a billboard with a mobile number that says something like the highest quality services. And you're like, what?
What services though,
or
bro?
What, dude?
I kind of love I kind of love the experience though, because like there are ads where you sit there and it's like a 3-minute ad. You get to 2 minutes and you turn to the person next to you and you're like, I think it's a car ad, and then it turns out to be like a retirement home.
Gym. It was a gym. It was another gym. Damn.
Oh, it was the 5th gym on Main Street. Like, it's so good. Should we do some fricked up advice, James? Should we do some fricked up advice for 2023?
Well,
would that be okay with you?
Well, I have some advice for you, and obviously with your new cool guy look that you've sort of got going on, I really think that you're sort of doing the.
That's the thumbnail. Hang on. Hey, you ready?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do that.
That's the thumbnail.
Right. So I get the devil horns there. What if you do devil horns and then the Maloik at the same time? You sort of do the front and the back.
Oh, that was uncomfortable to do it that way. Give me a second.
Okay. Yeah.
I did Spider-Man for a minute. That's not what I meant.
Right. There we go.
Oh, wait, what if I did this?
Yeah. Oh, very cool. Ronnie James Dio is turning over in his grave.
Isn't that bloody something? Let me tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a crime. So speaking of crimes, David. And getting fit because it's 2023. We're all getting into shape. Everyone's got their New Year's rezos that you've got going on. And you know how normally at the beginning of the year everyone's complaining about people flooding to the gym because everyone's New Year's resolution is about losing weight,
exhausting.
getting more healthy.
Yeah.
Well, there's one place called Equinox And they've said, so it's basically, Equinox is a luxury American fitness club. It's a temple of well-being featuring world-class personal trainers, group fitness classes, and spas.
Okay. Sounds like stuff we would love.
They've decided that they don't speak January, David. They hate January. And this is what they put out. We don't speak January. We're not accepting new memberships today. They put this out January 1st. It's not you. It's January. January is a fantasy delivered to your door in a pastel-colored box. Talks about change. It needs a new outfit before it can begin. Shortcutting. Giving up. Just a few weeks later. You're not a New Year's resolution. Your life doesn't start at the beginning of the year. That's not what being a part of Equinox is all about. We go beyond what's possible. We defy expectations. We are not moderation. We want it all, David. Every day. And you deserve it all. At Equinox, we don't speak January. Neither do you. We look forward to welcoming you to our Equinox community tomorrow.
It's a gym, right?
It's a gym. Yeah, it's a gym.
This is my all-time favorite marketing maneuver that exists in the end of capitalism, right? Yeah. Which is somebody one time, right? And I say one time, like somebody one time saw like what they did is they watched that episode of Mad Men where Don Draper writes the letter in the newspaper, which is like, you know, like it's like the way that he makes their agency when he starts his new agency, and it's like, you know, we're not afraid to be fucking different. Like we're out here doing our thing. You know, we are incredible. You know, like it's this big deal, and the way it's written is in this voice. What I love is people working in marketing who watched that episode of Mad Men and went, that thing that worked in the 60s, I think it'll translate today.
Yeah.
Because what that sounded like was a serial killer's manifesto. We don't speak January, we speak blood.
I read it out to Sam, and she said, this sounds like someone was trying to be Matthew McConaughey, but writing ad copy for, you know, a pretentious gym.
Can you flick me do you have the capacity to flick me the link, or will that fuck up the recording? Because I can do it in McConaughey.
You can do it in McConaughey? Hold on.
Sure, I have a good McConaughey.
I don't know how this is going to work with
we're on a new recording setup, so we'll see.
Hold on. I need what I need to do is I need to kill your webcam. Goodbye, David. Get the fuck out of here. All right, guys. Now that it's just us, let's
Boo. James, you're a piece of shit.
Okay. Sorry.
It's me, the ghost of the ghost of Christmas next year. Ooh.
Okay.
You should see Avatar 2 by Jim Cameron. I think I'll have a good time.
And you've sort of I have that, which is just the screen grab of it.
That'll do.
But I'm sorry. Are you haunting the stream now? Is that what's happening?
We don't speak January, James. Ooh.
David's back. I've already goofed it.
I'm back, but you already fucking
there it is.
Loved it. I'm gonna have to very quickly, if you don't mind. I'm gonna have to go. Matthew McConaughey. I gotta get my keyword in.
Hold on.
If you don't bloody mind.
Maybe I do need to get rid of you. And what if I bring in a picture of Matthew?
Can you get Matthew in there?
McConaughey. Yes. Of course I can. I'm gonna get. Hold on, I'm just gonna get the best version of Matthew McConaughey. I'm just gonna save this image. God, web PHP in 2023.
You can't keep complaining about it. Just use a converter
convert it
to JPEG.
I refuse.
This is exhausting. Working with you is exhausting.
I refuse to do it. You can't make me. I won't change.
Frankly, James, it's exhausting.
All right.
For anyone that isn't James, I put my sunglasses on when I said that. It was very cool and dramatic.
Well, I can sort of. Oh, I've goofed it again. Bring you back. There you go.
I'm back, baby.
But what we really want to really get the the full energy. Are you sort of just okay? You're just doing it. Okay.
That's the thumbnail right there.
Yeah, that's heinous. That's heinous. So we're just gonna put that.
Good lord, that's right. What a man, what a myth, what a legend.
Right here, and then we'll just sort of get you out of here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
and then let's.
This could take me a few stabs because I'm a bit out of practice. So
you get one.
Fuck, what?
Yeah.
2023 is rough.
Yeah. Take it away. Yeah. Take it away, Matt. Actually, what I should have done was, Doug, get me out of here. That's what we really want. There you go.
Yeah, that's the right choice.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. I'm ready. All right. We don't speak January. We're not accepting new memberships today. It's not you. It's January. January is a fantasy delivered to your door.
Cut. Sorry, I'm gonna be the sort of the voiceover director on this one.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, perfect. I see that you sort of, so what you're doing, I appreciate that you've sort of taken some artistic liberty with this. You've seen that the picture of Matthew is wearing a cowboy hat, so you've tried to make it a bit more cowboy.
Okay.
Let's just go with, and that's my fault really for that picture. So let's just go with regular old suit wearing down south Matthew McConaughey. You know what I mean? Let's go with that.
I definitely know the difference between those two things. I can definitely do that.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Yeah.
We don't speak.
God. No, sorry. Continue. My microphone was still on. That's my bad. Continue.
We don't speak. I don't know how to do, because I can't do it not as a cowboy is my issue.
All right, just do it as cowboy. Okay, just do it as the cowboy then. Okay, hold on really quick. I'm just going to talk to the director really quick. Yeah, we will cut him after this. Yeah. Well, he's here. We've got the mic set up. We may as well just get into. Yeah. We'll just get him to do it. All right, David. Thank you so much. Don't have a lot of tape left on this one, so this is probably going to be our last chance to get this.
Okay.
But yeah, take it away in any style that you sort of you choose.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. January is a fantasy delivered to your door in pastel colored box. It talks about change. It needs a new outfit before it can begin. Shortcutting and giving up just a few weeks later. You don't. You are not your New Year's Eve. You are not a. Your life doesn't start at the beginning of the year, and that's not. I feel like your life doesn't start at the beginning of the year, and that's not what being a part of Equinox is about. We go beyond what's possible. We defy expectations. We are not moderation. We want it all every day, and you deserve it all. At Equinox, we don't speak January, and neither do you. We look forward to welcoming you to our Equinox community tomorrow and the day after that. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No, hold your applause.
Thank you so much for that.
It's normal for me to be that good at acting, so you don't need to applaud me.
Thank you so much for that, David. We appreciate you coming in. And obviously,
thank you for having me.
We will let you know. Got a couple other people coming in.
Are we still on for dinner with Carol next week? Because that was like an open invite. Are we still on for that?
That might have moved actually. That might have moved, but we'll make sure that we get the up-to-date information to you. But again, thank you so much for coming in.
Did say it was,
and we do appreciate you taking the time to read for the part of Cowboy Conahade today. And
you're very welcome.
There it is. Perfect. Stays in character. Truly method. Thank you so much for that.
All right.
Okay. Yep. Well, we're done with the recording now, so you can. That's fine. No worries.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And Mark is just going to show you out. So thank you again so much for coming in.
Hey, Mark, I'll see myself out. I'll see myself out. Just really quickly before I go. He's getting a little handsy. Just before I go, we're definitely on for dinner, because Carol said it was still on. We're definitely on for dinner next week. with your wife, Carol? Because it seems like you're being. Listen. Just give.
Yeah.
We're still good, right?
Sorry about this, Mark. Sorry about this. Yeah. No.
Don't apologize to him.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just.
I'm the one that's. Could you just give me a fucking second? Listen.
Mark,
don't apologize. I'm the one
fine.
that. Could
Mark,
you just.
It's fine.
Sir, just give me a moment.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's a little aggressive. Right? It's a little aggressive. So I'm just gonna need you to.
Could you just?
Mark is just doing his job. Mark is just trying to do his job.
Mark needs to back the fuck off.
Mark you're
is
fine.
In my space.
Mark, you're fine. You're doing a great job.
Fine. He's.
So that's.
I think Mark wants to hit me. I think he wants to punch me.
Rightfully so. But he's not going to do that because he's a professional. So unlike some. So again, thank you so much for
scene. What a great play of me playing Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah,
what a great scene of me being the actor playing someone who's bad at being Matthew McConaughey. What a delightful.
Yeah.
Didn't follow me to the bit. That's fine.
It's very
thank
you so much.
Yes, and of you. No, okay. Hang on. What do you mean? Thank you very much. We're not done yet. Did I get the part?
We'll let you know. Obviously, at dinner next week that I will get.
Send Carol my love.
Mark will follow up with you and your
Mark
agent.
Have to do with this?
About the time for the dinner. So
okay. Yeah. You said that was moved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mark is going to follow up with you with the new time. Yes.
Okay.
So sorry about this, Mark. So sorry about this. So yeah. Again, thanks, David. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. And
it's my pleasure.
And no, that's good. That's good. Lock that,
James.
Lock that on the way out. Yeah. Just make sure that he's out of the building, please. Yeah. Jesus. Are you okay? Sorry, Mark, are you okay? Yeah. It was a lot, wasn't it? No, you know what, Mark? You come to work.
That's where I park my car. Where's my
fucking car? This cunt is still in the fucking building.
You're a valet. What do you mean you don't know my car?
Holy Christ, cunt.
You're a valet. What do you fucking...
Oh my God. Mark, go punch him in the fucking teeth. Yeah, I know. Mark, I know. I get it. It's at the end of the day, you shouldn't have to deal with this because it's your job, but full permission, kick that cunt in the teeth. Go, have at it.
I was stolen from your lot. That's kind of your fault. Like, how did you lose my key? How did you lose my car? Oh, hey, Mark. What's up, bro? No, it's cool. It's cool.
Oh, Mark found him.
And scene.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
very good.
You. James, let me ask you a freaking question. This comes from
on this advice podcast. Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
What I did was I went up to my noggin and I poked a little bit around and I said to myself, why don't you be doing the advisory, so named for being the first and last advice show on the internet? And I said to myself,
delve deep into the mind palace. Yeah. And what'd you come back with?
Yeah, and then it came up blank and I looked at the document in front of me and I decided to do that instead.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah. This comes from ArchUser555 on Reddit, which is not a great username. And I thought this was right up your alley because you're a smart guy. You're a brainiac. I always call you that. I always call you a big nerd, a big geekosaurus. I was always saying that about you to other people behind your back. So I thought this would be right up your alley.
I've heard, sorry, just really quickly. I've always heard that you call me slurs, but that's fine.
Why would I say slurs? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Hey, this is my friend slurs. That doesn't make any sense.
No. I mean, sorry, two other people. You refer to me with slurs. Yeah.
No, I say as slurs. I said it's my buddy slurs.
Right. That's because I've heard the specific stuff that you've said, and that's not what that is. So
okay,
I'm obviously not going to repeat it. I'm not going to repeat it.
We don't have to dwell on it.
But I just want you to know that I have heard that you've said those things.
I just refer to you as slurs. That's fine. I don't call you slurs. Well, I do call you slurs. Yeah. This question comes from ArchUser555 on Reddit. I'm writing a book about math. Any suggestions?
About
what? Not
what
totally math.
Math.
On math.
Okay.
Math. It's an American question. It should have been maths because the abbreviation is for mathematics. And you need to pluralize the abbreviation as you would the full word. Not totally maths, but it is machine learning. It's part of artificial intelligence, and its core is maths. And yeah, if any writer or researcher that writes maths or general science books are here, please tell me what you learned, and could you explain math stuffs and equations kind of easily? Or if you're a student, just want to ask if you like the classic latex style of books, those with black text and white backgrounds and some images. So the question, what attracted me to this is the idea of someone being like, I'm writing math, baby.
Right.
Now, do you like textbooks that are white pages with black text and images? That's all of them. Every textbook. That's all of them.
What I took away from this, what I got from this was he said that he was writing a book on maths and then basically went to people and said, hey, do you sort of have any maths information that you can give me that I can put in my book? Are you sorry? Are you really sloppily outsourcing the writing of this book?
This is like a grift. Yeah.
And I'm. That's sorry. Even that doesn't even take into account the fact that this guy clearly doesn't even have a concept for his book, nor has he thought about who the book is for. So I would argue, you're not writing a book at all, cunt.
I don't think you are. I think you're hoping someone will give you a book that you can sell about math.
I think that you thought, literally, I think the thought just came into your head. Should write a book about
people love.
Should write a book
books
about
and math.
Should write a book about maths. Oh, what would my book be about? Well, I'm not going to think about that. Take to the internet. Hey guys, know any math stuff? You're not writing a book.
You don't have.
You had a thought. You had a thought.
You had a thought. You had a thought, which is like sometimes people buy books about math. That was the entire thought. That was the whole thought. Also, what does a latex style of book mean? They describe this. The classic latex style of book, those with black text and white background and some images. What does that fucking mean? Like,
what do you mean? What does it mean? It's just standard types of books: hardcover, paperback, latex.
Latex.
Yeah.
You know, I should ask my publisher.
And then
if
ebook,
Maynard Trick 3 is coming out in latex.
There's 4. There's paperback, hardcover, like an ebook, and then latex.
And also cool book. That's my 5th one. Dope book is the 6th one. Trill book is the 7th one.
Yep. So what you've done there is you've just waded into a situation where I now have to ask you to explain to me in detail the nuanced differences between a cool book, a dope book, and a trill book. Thank you.
I think what you'll probably find, James, is that if you have to ask, you're not chilling.
Oh, he's going to do that to me again. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm starting to think these books aren't very cool, dope, or trill.
I am starting to think you're not down with the kids.
Okay, thought you were going to say sickness, and I was about to...
like it was going... Yeah, I felt like the thought kind of got clogged up in the pipes halfway through, and it didn't really go anywhere. I was really hoping to come up with something funny.
Yeah, that wasn't very... Yeah, it wasn't very trill of you, by the way. So
it's fine if you say it's offensive. If I say it's fine. So just fucking back off.
So
that was kind of rude.
Let's give this guy's question about his book as much time and input as he has his own book, which is none. I would argue that us discussing this is more time and effort than he's put into his own book that he's writing.
Here's 3 good ideas for a book about math. Why does trigonometry matter? Because people forget that they use it all the fucking time. How to get better at like mental arithmetic, because I struggle with it and my brain is broken. And what the fuck is going on with like logarithmic equations when you get to a scale where it's like universe level, like orbitals and stuff? I feel like there's this big gap in academia around taking mathematical concepts that are pretty complicated and actually applying them to like astrophysics. I feel like a lot of time what happens is either an astrophysicist writing a book that uses those equations, and you read it and you're like, this is just nonsense. Or the vice versa, where it's like, it's a book absent of context, where the only context where logarithmic algorithms make any sense or relevant whatsoever is basically orbitals. Like that's what Ike Newton invented them for. Someone was like, Ike was like, hey, I think that probably all the planets orbit the sun in elliptical orbits, and someone said, prove it, Ike, and he invented logarithmic calculus to prove it.
Yeah.
And so I just think we should talk about that.
And fucking school them in the process.
He got those fucking dorks, bro.
I guess my two suggestions.
He did die a virgin, so that I don't know what to make of that.
A man dedicated to his craft. That's what you take from that.
He was married to the textbook.
There you go. Perfect. And
done. Put that on the t-shirt.
Fucked him?
If you kind of fold it and roll it up, if you roll
up. Well, don't give me the breakdown of how you would fuck a book. I'm just saying, okay, and he's doing a thing. Right. That's heinous. That one. This is going to be the only time that I suggest that you don't watch the video version of this podcast. My other suggestions are, so David gave you 3 there. The 4th one for me would be cool maths, make it trill.
Make it trill.
And then the 5th, or my 2nd, would be the economics of Treasure Planet. You know, like M dash. What's even going on there? You know.
Yeah, what's even? Hey, what's?
It's a planet with treasure. Don't explain it.
That's not the explain it. You could just you don't. I don't want to get into it. There's planets.
Well, you don't need to, dog. Someone's gonna write a book about it.
Yeah, that's exciting. James, we should do our feature question probably.
I'm excited for it.
With a tidy 8 minutes left, we should probably get into it.
Why not?
Is what I was thinking. Our podcast famous for advice. This feature question. This one, you know, you sourced this, but I will take all the credit for it.
Yeah, so unlike you.
That was the end of the explanation.
Yeah,
I will just take the credit for it. So, this one I have entitled "Kid Shaming My Sister IRL," and I'm gonna have to take my glasses off to read it because, boy, it's getting serious in here.
Sorry, this isn't okay.
How do thirst traps? They go, you know.
Hold on, dude.
They do that one, don't they?
How the fuck? There we go. Done.
What's happened?
I clipped it. I needed that for forever. All right. Thanks, guys.
So
you'll be able to find that. I'm going to turn that into a GIF, what he just did, and you'll be able to find it on Giphy. And I'm not kidding. If you type in Trill David, you'll be able to find that GIF.
Actually, that's a new genre of the year that we got to get into is like GIF exploitation. If I'm going on Slack and I'm trying to send somebody a GIF, I want us to pop up.
Right.
I think that's a market no one's talking about. It's all short form media. It's all I want to make meaningless shit on TikTok or whatever. I think GIF game is the next big market no one's talking about.
Just not to toot my own horn on this, but I've been deep on the GIF game for at least 12 to 18 months now.
Why are you so broke? Like, what's going on?
Oh, the GIF game's not lucrative. I'm just saying that I've been down on the GIF game. Yeah.
Like, it's not fiscally beneficial.
No. The GIF game,
the kids would say, a broke ass bitch. So.
Right. They definitely say that. And they definitely make sure that they put on their cool guy glasses that they're stiul doing. Yeah, exactly. I feel like you're before we get okay, this is heinous. Your understanding of what is cool, I think, is trapped in like 1996.
Why?
And it's, or maybe 2002. It's hard to tell. It's hard to pinpoint, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the feature question.
Yeah, well, let's do the feature question. And where my ending and understanding of cool began and ceases irrelevant. I can't explain enough to you, the audience, how hard this is to bear witness to in real time. This is a crime. It is a visual and audible crime, and it's hard. It's difficult. Should I get frosted tips?
I think the fact that you're even questioning it, I don't think you're ready for him. I don't think you're ready for him if you're questioning it. Cool guys would.
Oh, it feels bad to do it. Being candid. Yeah. I, 40 female, freely admit I love social media. This already sucks. I love social media and pretty much share my life as per many people. That's not a sentence. I'm very proud of my accomplishments and deserve to share them. I have 2 beautiful kids, mid-teens, who I raised. I train hard and take a lot of care of my appearance and clothes choice. Weird flex. I work hard and look after my beautiful home. We're also very lucky to enjoy nice holidays. I share most of this as well as venting about, say, poor customer service, and most of my friends expect this. I accept this isn't for everyone, but they can just scroll past. So you're an entitled a-hole. That's your social media presence.
Everyone expects this? Like your friends are...
They're like, that's just Karen. She's always bitching about customer service and showing off her holidays.
But the way she says that almost makes it sound like that her own friends and family are expecting a certain brand or type of content to come from her.
Like, I've subscribed to Carol for like, you know what I mean?
She's like guys, this is what my audience expects from me. This is
what they expect.
Yeah.
Yeah. This involves my sister. My sister's SIL. What's it? Her DH. What does this mean?
Sister-in-law?
This involves my sister's. Oh, my sister's sister-in-law. Her DH's sister. What does DH stand for?
Darling husband.
This always makes me feel like.
Wow, dude, this is not trill of you to not know what the lingo is.
Let me just unpack this. It's actually very trill because I don't use social media because that's the cool thing to do in the 90s. This involves my sister's... I've already forgotten it. Sister-in-law. This involves my sister's sister-in-law, her dear husband's sister. Let's call her Sam 45. You could have renamed that. I feel like we're putting Sam on blast now, but whatever. We are linked on SM. What is SM?
Social media.
I'm not doing a bit. This is really confusing. We are linked on social media and see each other occasionally at my sister's. Sister and Sam post a bit, but not much, and rarely comment on my posts. Up to them. Sister has 2 kids, late teens.
Don't comment on my shit. Whatever. It's not into the cool, dope stuff I'm putting out.
Sorry, I said that wrong.
Up to them.
I said that wrong. Sister and Sam post a bit, but not much. Rarely comment on my posts. Up to them.
Heinous, yep.
Sister has 2 kids, late teens. Sam does not have kids. I heard unofficially from sis, gotta be consistent, a few years ago, that she'd have fertility treatment, which hadn't worked. We've never spoken about it. Sisters adore Sam. She's also their auntie. When she's there, I don't get a look in. She spoils them. I think she does it on purpose. We're at sister's house for pre-Christmas party, right? I was taking photos, and eldest niece, 16, wanted to vet them before I wanted to vet them before I post them.
Do I need to read this? Because you are...
I'm having so much trouble with just that it's too... No, I'm fine.
No.
I'm fine. No, sorry.
If I was listening to this podcast, I would be so fucking confused right now about who we're even talking about.
Who the fuck is Sam?
Sam
it's so confusing.
Sam is
the sister's sister-in-law. This is not my fault for it being confusing. It's fucking confusing.
Thank you so much.
My sister's sister-in-law?
Yes, thank you so much for the reading, David.
Fucking sister?
Yeah.
Like, this is this is a confusing fucking question. And also there's all these young people acronyms that I don't understand.
David, thank you so much for your reading. I'll take it from here.
I feel so
all right, guys. Strap in. I'll explain what's going on here.
I feel so old.
So this chick, she's 40, right? She freely admits that she loves social media. She froths social media. And she pretty much shares her entire life, you know? She's very proud of her accomplishments, and she deserves to share them. She has 2 beautiful kids, mid-teens, who she raises well. She trains hard. She takes care of her appearance and the clothes that she chooses. She's very proud of, the package that she's putting together and that she's posting on social media. She works hard. She has a beautiful home. She's lucky enough to enjoy nice holidays. And she shares, she shares most of this, as well as venting about, poor customer service and on social media, and that's what her friends have come to expect. That's the content she's posting. And she accepts, hey, guys, this ain't for everyone, Me posting about my holidays and venting on the social medias, it's not for everyone. They can scroll past it. Fuck them. Now, this story involves my sister's sister-in-law, and we're going to call her Sam. So there's my sister, and then there's the sister's sister-in-law, Sam. Now, me and Sam, we're linked on social.
Hang on. Very quickly, could we go any slower? Could you go slower, though?
Definitely not.
Reading of the question and how it's going.
Definitely.
Okay.
So,
not to be critical, just
Sam and I...
very bogged down in details.
Sam and I are linked on social media. Okay? We see each other occasionally at my sister's joint. My sister and Sam, they post a bit on social media. They rarely comment. That's fine. That's up to them. Not big social media users. Now, my sister has 2 kids, teenagers. Sam doesn't have any kids. And I've heard that, unfortunately, a few years ago, she had fertility treatment, which hadn't worked. But we've never spoken about it. My sister's daughters, they love Sam. She's also their auntie. And when she's there, I don't get a look in. She spoils them. And I think she does it on purpose. Bitch.
I don't know if it calls for that kind of language.
So we're at my sister's house for a pre-Christmas party. Kicking it on the holidays.
Pre-gaming.
Heinous. I was taking photos, and the eldest niece, who's 16, wanted to vet the photos before I posted them. How do I look? Before you go tagging me in some shit, how do I look in the picture? Maybe we can do a redo.
People
Absolutely, of course.
Social media is such a nightmare. Go on.
This went on a bit too long. I think she looks great in all of them. My daughter does the same, and I eventually made an executive decision to post the perfect picture anyway. And the niece was pretty upset about it because she thought she looked fuggo in it. Sam took her side. My sister was out of the room at the time and said it was up to the niece. I said she couldn't always get her own way and she needed to learn life was about compromise. Keep in mind, this is about a meaningless social media picture. Is it really worth upsetting your family members over a meaningless social media picture that couldn't mean shit, right? Not only the fact that you can retake it.
Yeah, but also there's been a review process before it's even this is such a
it went to review. The niece was like, I don't look good in any of these, and she went, too fucking bad. I'm posting.
That's how life works. Someone's just gonna have to post an image at some point, or you could nod and you could put your phone in the bin and stop being such a sheep.
Sam said we weren't the Kardashians and that the niece had a right to veto the picture. Calling me Kim Kardashian.
Hang on. What the fuck? Hang on. Just what does that mean? We weren't the Kardashians and she had a right to veto?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What does that mean?
Well, she's like, look, lady, we're not the Kardashians here, We're not making money off of our social media shit.
Oh, right. The argument there is it's frivolous to post it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I had the right to veto. I guess I agree. Yeah. If you're like, hey, I don't like it, but also you're a kid, grow up, whatever. You'll get over it.
But okay, sure. Right.
Well, hang on. No. I'm so out of touch with this stuff. What were you going to say? Because
I'm just saying, look, I don't think that pissing off your family over and upsetting a member of your family over a picture on your social media is worth it because it is meaningless. These people in your life, that's the real value there. You know what I mean? These are my actual family members that I love, supposedly, and that I hang out with and I value them. And I'm just going, hey, fuck how you feel about it. I'm posting it on my social media, which is meaningless.
It's the easiest thing to it's less effort to not do a post.
Because you have to do nothing.
Yeah. I do it every day.
Yeah.
I don't post every day, and it's the easiest thing.
So Sam comes in and she's like, look, we're not the Kardashians. You know, the niece has got a right to say she doesn't want the picture posted.
We ain't the K-Dashes. If she says, hey, don't post that, don't get up on my steez.
Definitely. And that's
I
probably...
translate it for the young people. Listening.
Thank you so much for that. Now
Yeah,
the young people are on board and they understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Calling me Kim Kardashian felt so disrespectful.
Kim K is what the kids say. We're going.
Definitely. Calling me Keeks felt so disrespecty. And I said I was proud of family and she would understand if she'd had her own kids.
Yo, what the fuck? That's icy as fuck. That's cold.
Keep in mind, let's really anchor what this argument is about. It's about a meaningless photo, a photo that is going on social media. And you turn around to someone in your family and said, oh, yeah, you know about it if you could fucking have kids. Roasted because you're infertile. What the fuck?
The full exchange is worse. So Sam jokingly is like, I don't know, Casey doesn't like it. We're not the Kardashians, you know, she could veto it. And you come back with I'm proud of my family, and you don't understand if you weren't fucking barren.
Yeah.
Like that's a wild response.
Yeah.
So you don't understand if you had kids, but you don't have kids, you fucking worthless piece of shit.
So Sam flinches, but didn't really respond. Why? And was icy to me all evening. Can't imagine why.
Strange. Why? What happened? What occurred?
My darling husband apologized to her on my behalf, which she didn't even accept. And my niece even shouted at me.
L. I don't know if that's an issue with how I've translated it to this document. There is just an L there.
After my sister and even brother-in-law were angry when they... So after my sister and even my brother-in-law were angry, they called her later on. Had to go on about it.
It was an insane thing to do.
But I didn't. Yeah. But I didn't refer to her infertility. And what she said... Yeah. Oh she's like, hey, I didn't call her infertile. I just said she can't have kids. That's the same thing, dick.
This is so much worse than I thought it was.
So I didn't refer to her infertility. And she said, and what she said was really disrespectful, as if she was better than me. Am I really in the wrong? What do I do now?
What are you fucking talking about? What are you... So a teenager is like, hey, I don't love the way I look in that photo. Could you not gram it? And you're like,
fuck you, bitch. It's going up anyway. You've been vetoed.
It's not even that. It's like, you have to learn to grow up. And then the person in the family who can't have kids is like, hey, like, I don't know, maybe she doesn't love it. We're not the Kardashians. Trying to diffuse it. And you're like, fuck you. You can't have kids. You wouldn't understand. I'm proud of this shit. Posting it.
Yeah.
This is... I'm pretty unhinged, but this is psychopathic. Like, this is true. Like, this is my advice. Am I really in the wrong? Yes.
100%.
What do I do now? I hate to suggest this again because it comes up a lot, but fake your death, change your name, and move countries, because you got to start again after. This is like, that's so heinous. It's a fucking Instagram image.
It is.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. She's let it get away from her. And I think she's not couching this in reality. Let's take it back to where we're at, right? Back. This is
Lay out the
a photo of your family that you're posting on a website so that other people can look at. That's all it is. And the person who was in the photo said, hey, can we not post that? Can we not post that? And you said, doing it anyway. She obviously got upset because she asked you, can we not post that? Right? And that's your first fuck up, because you should have been like, yeah, sure, man. Pointless, meaningless photo. The photo's not pointless, but where it was going, what it was being used for, meaningless.
Yeah. It was just a bit of fun. It's like, it's a holiday, you know, like my mom every Christmas, for reasons unknown to God and man, will insist on posting a picture of us all on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And no one cares. But like, if one of us is like, hey, can we just go again because you got my too good side. I don't want people to be jealous. You need to get my just good side.
Yeah.
I'll say that sometimes, and she'll redo the photo because obviously one side is pristine and the other one's pretty good, and so that's tricky.
And then you don't, and then no one turns around to you and hits you with your deepest, darkest, most deeply held personal fear and truth that you say to yourself, and then someone else says it to you and they externalize it, and it cuts you the deepest anything has ever cut you in your life over a social media picture.
It, like, to be in an environment where you're surrounded by your family and their extended family who all have kids, and they're all of an age where you can imagine that your kids will be that age. To be in that environment and to be constantly reminded of the fact that like that was something that you couldn't have done genetically, maybe it was like phenomenologically, like you meet the right guy at the right time, whatever the reason. Like in specifically here, it's like you might have different bio, and for someone to like the way this post opens is this person is like, I'm fit, I'm financially well off, and I'm gramming about it. This family member posting this post is the fucking worst person in this family, guaranteed. Yeah. Because everyone else in that environment is like, hey, a child.
Sam is rad.
16-year-old.
And it's like, evidenced by the fact that everyone fucking loves her. The nieces love her, which only goes to show you even more how much this person probably really wants kids of her own, because she's so great with kids.
She's great with children, and your response is like, well, you're fucking infertile. Like
the little nugget that really drives this whole thing home is where she said that, where is it? She said it as if she was better than me. Yeah, here it is.
Right.
I didn't refer to her infertility, but what she said was really disrespectful, as if she was better than me. So that's what it is.
And the comment, just to refresh our memories, is she said we weren't the Kardashians and the niece had a right of veto.
Yeah.
In what fucking that means that this person thinks they're like the Kardashians.
And
if you connect the logical dots, that's like, well, actually, I am like Kim K. And so it's crazy you said that, because it makes it sound like you think you're better than me. So, because I am actually as good as Kim K. So that's crazy you said that.
And it's crazy you'd say that, because I am better than you. And that's why I can post whatever the fuck I want. It's like, Jesus.
Have you ever had like a family? I feel like this is common for a lot of families, like a Christmas row, like a Christmas kerfuffle, or anything like that. Like, is there anything you've been in proximity to in your head? Like, because I feel like this stuff is so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine you start most of them, right?
Dog, hell no. When I swing, I'm the Sam of my family, dude.
Yeah, you're very copacetic.
I flock in. I'm wheeling and dealing gifts left and right. I'm shelling it out.
Gifts or gifts?
All of it, dude. I told you I was deep on the gift game.
You did say that.
That's actually not true. I pretty much I spoil the shit out of my parents, and that's about it. But I mean, like, my nieces and nephews, we like hang out. They want to tell me about their lives, and my fucking nephew has like a girlfriend now and stuff, and he's like talking about like the issues of dealing with that, and then he quoted part of the podcast back to me, which was the actual strangest experience of my life. I was like, how the fuck did you even find it, first of all? Anyway, but you know what I mean? Like they're like hanging out with everyone. Again, it's a lovely time. Yeah, I'm trying to make it. It's a fun day. It's the holidays. Like, let's have some fun.
Nah, see, you got it wrong. What you want to try and do is go with the energy of like, who is the first person I can start a fight with? Apparently,
what I do is I very much like your first day in prison. I come in the door. I look for the biggest person there. And it's not hard to know who that is. It's my sister's husband, because he is 7 foot 13 inches tall. And you walk in, and immediately I get a step ladder and I put it up in front of him, and then I clock him one.
Bang.
Yeah.
He's as tall as a Na'vi, I think.
He is a Na'vi man. If he was painted blue, you would
blue?
think.
Can we paint him blue for a bit at some point? How cool do you think he'd be with that?
He's so tall that I think you could begin to paint him, and he wouldn't notice until you got to a certain level.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. It's like, you know, when you go into the ocean and like there's a certain point where like you suddenly feel the cold.
Yes.
It's the grundle, but like up until that point, it's not that cold, and then suddenly it's like, oh.
Yeah.
You know,
I think we could get a solid 30-35% of him painted before he even notices that we're there. That's how tall this man is.
Tree.
Yeah.
My concern with this question in this scenario is, so part of I think what's going to start to happen, which I'm very excited about with this show as we move forward, is as I become increasingly detached from contemporary society and social media, I'm excited for how confusing all this increasingly. This at least was relatable. Like, I understand Instagram. There's going to come a point in like a year and a half or in 2 years when we're doing this show, where you're going to be like, oh yeah, on B phone, someone did a black post.
Yeah, dude, can you believe someone top schlecked on Bebo, right?
Yeah.
And then they got 35 skronk points off the back of that, and then you'll never guess what happened. Elon buys twit pic. What? You'd be like, what words are you even saying right now?
And I'm gonna be here being like, I just finished rereading some Edgar Allan Poe. I think he's really insightful.
Dog, Jeff Bezos just bought 35 trillion gronk bucks.
That seems like a lot or a little. It's hard to tell.
Depends what circles you roll in on Grip Crop. So,
basically our show is going to become an episode of Rick and Morty, and that's really exciting for us and for entertainment in general. Thank you, Dan Harmon, for predicting the future.
Will I have to watch it at some point?
No. Well, it depends. Here's the thing: it's written by Dan Harmon, who's one of the greatest living writers of our time.
Okay.
But also, it's a lot.
Yeah. Haven't dipped in on that one.
Did you watch Community?
Yes.
Same guy.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, I know Dan Harmon did that one.
No, that wasn't for you. That was for the audience. I know that you know that.
Yeah, it's just it's because you're wearing the sunglasses. I couldn't tell if you were looking at me or if you were looking at the audience. So
I was looking at James at the truth. So.
Oh shit. Okay. What are you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm confused as to whether this new version of David is like a Andrew Tate fan or not. I'm sort of getting some real Andrew Tate sort of energy. Okay, you're just sort of posing. Okay.
I think the thing to keep in mind about society is, ain't it crazy? You know? Ain't it just something? Ain't it just a trip? Yeah, that checks out. I'm going to just take my glasses off to read this.
Thank you so much for coming, everyone.
Episode of,
yeah. 2023.
23.
First step in the bag. Unfortunately, this new version of David, which I don't know why, but I'm getting some kind of, I don't know, parallel universe, time Trexy crossover that maybe when we went into 2023, you did a Freaky Friday swap with an alternative timeline, David.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right as the clock hit midnight, you and this other David sort of swapped universes. Is the energy I'm getting? His name
is David. He's David. This is David.
He's 10 foot tall. He's blue.
He's so blue, but he's also covered in tattoos. Oh, sorry, tattoos. I pronounced it wrong. Of Avatar. It's very confusing.
And he owns an electrical business.
He's the carpenter. James, this has been a very exciting first episode of 2023. The advisory is going to be fucking sick this year. I'm really excited about some ideas we have. Black Swan is going to be growing. We have new shows on the horizon. I cannot express how keen and excited I am for the possibilities of the new year. New year, cool us, cool you. And the way to become cool is to follow us on our social medias. You can find us at youtube.com/Black Swan Society. You can add the @ symbol if you want. You don't need to.
You absolutely need to. The @ symbol. The @ symbol is incredibly important. Please add the @ symbol.
Or just go to youtube.com and type in Black Swan Society into the search bar. You've got options. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at BLK Swan Society. That's TikTok. Sorry. That's TikToker, as the kids call it. That's Graham. And that's a festering husk of a website, which is obviously Twitter. Or if you want to watch and catch up with us, you can follow us on twitch.tv/Black Swan Society. We live stream the advisory every Thursday night, 6 p.m. AEST. We've got all kinds of fun stuff coming up. We've got some ideas for some short form content, some new shows, all kinds of different fun things. Or
Weird but Wonderful coming soon.
Coming soon to this channel. We have a show based on a takeaway bit that we now have physical books for that we're gearing up to do, which is really exciting. That I've never been more excited about an idea in my entire life. It's going to be so sick.
What I love about making the show with you is that we can scream something into the void, and the void shouts back, and it has screamed back at us a fully printed, real life hardcover novel that. You're just gonna have to come for the journey.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. Or if you're thinking to yourself, if you're sitting there and you're in your car, or you're in your apartment, or your job, and you're thinking to yourself, man, those boys really handle that advice so well and so good and so professionally with their cool sunglasses and their cool haircuts and their cool beards. You can email us blackswansociety.mail@gmail.com. You can send us questions, advice, feedback, but only if it's positive. Alternatively, if you're sitting there thinking, I really love this podcast, there's some funny guys, I love these funny boys. The best way to support us is to either send this podcast to a friend you think might enjoy it, or give us a rating or review on your podcast catcher of choice in app. It's that easy. If it's Apple, if it's Spotify, whatever it is, do it in app. Just give us a 5-star review, and if you give us a funny one, I might read it out on the end of the show. Only if it's funny and only if it's 5 stars.
And David will read it in your character voice of choice.
Don't do this to me.
I
will. So when you leave a review,
David, in 2023, David said one of the things on his goals list for the year is that he wants to get better at impressions, and he shared that with me because he wanted me to hold him accountable to it. And so I'm doing that now. I guess I'm a wonderful friend to my dear friend David, and I want to help him achieve his goals. So if you leave a review, just throw in there somewhere a name of the person that you would like it to be read in the voice of, and David will get right on that for you. Think of it like what's that app where you can pay celebrities to do shout outs and stuff for you? It's like that, but it's a free version of it. So, because David's going to obviously do a ripper effort to emulate the voice that you want.
Flawless.
So please send those in, because I am extremely excited to see what comes as a result of that.
And if you happen to make a burner iTunes account just to do that, I'm not against it, is what I would say. If you send a review in that's 5 stars and is funny, and you provide a voice for it, I will do that voice, literally guaranteed. So do that on your podcast catcher of choice. Thank you so much for watching and listening to our first episode of 2023. We have been The Advisory. This has been Black Swan Society. We have big things coming this year, and I'm not just talking about the bloody economy, mate. We got all kinds of other stuff happening. Thank you for hanging out with us, hanging 10, hanging cool, being trill. And we'll catch you on the flippy flop.
Oh my God.
So, catch you at episode 24, baby. Let's go.
David, I'll see you in 24. And this is my last episode because of all the stuff that he just said. See you on my alternative channel, Brown Swan. Thanks, guys.
Right.